Hi, I'm Kino MacGregor. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mayurasana. The second series of Ashtanga Yoga involves a lot of strength postures that greatly challenge the limits of what you believe is possible for your body. Mayurasana was one of my hardest postures. It took me a couple of years to really figure out. Patrick's going to be demonstrating for me a couple of tips that'll help you learn this posture, hopefully a bit faster than I did. So starting off in a simple seated position, since we're just trying this out, you want to take your hands forward, turning the wrists back inside. It's really important that you have a good flexion of the wrist. So this dorsiflexion of the wrist is sort of built up over the whole primary and second series. Ideally, you actually want contact between the right and left hand, contact between the little fingers. So this gives you an ideal position. Then you bend the arms, and while Guruji said that the best place is in the solar plexus, if you start there, it's going to be really challenging. So when you're beginning, try to aim the elbows as deep into the pelvis as you can. So get them all the way inside. Now, you want to squeeze the elbows together, and if you need to move anything out of the way of the chest, just lift the arms around so they really get contact. Then you want to transfer the weight forward, and if you're starting off, first just start by lifting one foot up in the air, transferring the weight forward. Many people make the mistake of softening the abdomen, but you want to really engage the abdomen while pressing into the hands, feeling solid strength and stability in the arms, in the shoulder girdle. Then that foot will come down. Then the next one, you lean forward while squeezing the elbows together, lift the weight forward. After 5 breaths here, you could shift all the weight forward, lifting both feet off of the ground, pressing firmly into the elbows, then gently coming down. You want to make sure you don't jump in the posture. I'll show you one other trick you might like to try. Again, starting off in a squatting position, you might want a little break after you try. 5 breaths one side, 5 breaths the other. If you try to jump your feet forward, you'll miss that subtle transference of weight that allows the true strength to come in the posture. So starting again, we'll start this off from a wide-legged position. This modification will help people that need to keep their weight towards their center of gravity to lift off of the ground. Again, you want to place the elbows as low inside of the pelvis as you can, leaning the weight forward, first coming to balance with the feet off of the ground, then slowly straightening the legs, lifting the hips, squeezing the elbows together, and then all the way down. And just so you can see where you're going, Patrick will demonstrate the ideal way to get into the posture. Starting off with straight arms and straight legs, you would just lean the chest forward, getting the elbows as close to the solar plexus as possible, and then lifting the chest, lifting the legs, elongating the body. Inhale into upward facing, and exhale downward facing. You'll notice that in downward facing and upward facing, the wrists are still bent into dorsiflexion, giving you a nice stretch throughout that side of the body. Be careful to give yourself long, steady movements in the practice. Never with strength you want to rush the movements. You need to wait for the body and the mind to open. Do your work every day in this posture, and surely it will come. I'm Kino MacGregor, and these are some tips for how to work on Mayurasana.